He was steady for him on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the Titans and the Lions on Monday Night Prime Time.
Well, it may be a bit soggy, but that certainly hasn't deterred this fan base. A great crowd on hand to battle the raindrops at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Tonight we will wind up Week 5 with a good battle, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, it's been all systems go in this first month. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down. The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of carries, 109 yards, and a touchdown.
How about the first month of the season for him? He leads the league in rushing, so you know his confidence is at an all-time high, which means his offensive line loves it too. They'll get more opportunities to run block for him.
Levis, he's got it complete. Derrick Henry will go down as a gain of 6, and now 1 yard to go on third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Levis on 3rd and 1. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. On the return is Williams. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Lions will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Meanwhile, Hooker's throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They go play action. Here's Hooker. This is Montgomery with a grab over the middle. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper. Hooker. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Throw left side, caught by Laporta. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 10-yard line.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Here's Hooker. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And in for the Lions touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. You talk about this Lions defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing. Hooker. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Hooker to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Lions first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. The Lions at a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. That's Drake Jackson burying him and finishing the play. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Need something for deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very long. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And got his man complete. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. First down. Here's the run to Montgomery. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Second down and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a bootleg with Hooker. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
First and goal, Detroit.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the Titans' 10-yard line.
They try again with Montgomery. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery from 8 yards out. And the Lions are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now 14-0. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And the Titans getting set to go. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Levis throwing again on 2nd down. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a first down.
That's good for a Tennessee Titan.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Lions 14, Titans nothing.
Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
A 2nd down throw from Levis. It's caught at the 10. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Levis looking to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. fair to say hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Titans on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Levis on third down. And that is incomplete. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's got 2 touchdown passes on his first 2 drives, and he'll try again here on drive 3. Over the middle and taken in by Laporta. And he's going to be brought down right there at the 29-yard line.
First down, Lions.
Off play action. Here's Hooker. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
And the Lions, first down.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. That tackle by Jeffrey Simmons. Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw, Hooker. Over the middle, complete. It's Montgomery. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 41-yard line. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now Hooker. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Credit the sack there to Arden Key. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Hooker's going to throw it. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery, and he'll go down at the 28. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. 3rd down, Hooker looks to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Montgomery back to the ground. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Hooker. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Hendon Hooker with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year. And the Lions are able to widen their advantage. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Levis. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Tennessee Titan.
Inside handoff, Henry. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
3rd down and 6.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Levis sets up to throw here. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here are the Lions to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Hooker now off play action. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3. He's going to use his legs here. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
But it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. Hooker's throw complete there to St. Brown. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Hooker. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. 2nd and 10.
2nd down and 10.
Here's Hooker. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and inches.
Again, it's Hooker looking to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing. Hooker. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range as well, down at the 17-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Trying to throw again here. Hooker. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Hooker to throw it. This is caught. Touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Lions are able to widen their lead here in this first half. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they can't bring him down. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down, Levis. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
This time they stay on the ground. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here's Williams to return. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, where it was the visiting Steelers who were able to walk away with the road victory. Kenny Pickett leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Van Jefferson, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Tony Pollard, a touchdown run in the victory.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Williams now on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
They go play action. Here's Hooker. They'll roll him out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Hooker from the gun on third down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
69 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Hooker. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
First down, Lions.
Off the play fake. Hooker. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Just need a yard here. Second and 1. Off play action. Hooker. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Hooker working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
And the Lions first down.
A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Montgomery is into the end zone. A touchdown, Lions.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he returns this to the 22. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And 10 yards to go.
Levis on 3rd down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. You see David Montgomery heading back out to begin the drive. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
First down is right.
Off the play fake. Hooker.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Off play action. Here's Hooker.
And this one's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Hooker to the air yet again. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hooker's going to throw it.
there's that man again. It's complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Now Hooker.
Rolling to his right. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Hendon Hooker.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Lions are pouring it on. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Back to throw, it's Levis.
And his throw is incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the
blitz coming, and down he goes.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Now here's Levis now on 3rd and long.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. David Montgomery and the Lions about set to begin this next series.
Thus far, he's been quite the dual threat. Touchdown on the ground, another through the air. He's just so versatile, isn't he?
He is, and he's exactly what I think we're looking for in the NFL now out of the running back position.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Credit the sack there to Harold Landry. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Looking to throw, Hooker.
He's airing it out for Williams.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Hooker. And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and it'll be Titan football.
Tennessee offense set to go again. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 8.
Levis back to throw.
And this one is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to pick up the Titans' first down, and he'll have it by plenty as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down. Levis sets up to throw here.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Well, I wish this staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the 4th quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I'd get the backups in there if it were me.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Levis.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, in that marker. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Lions will take over. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Hooker now our play action.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
Or even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. Ended up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. On the return, here's Agnew. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. A partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
At their 48-yard line.
Here's Levis. Open man, that's Henry.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Levis to throw it. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
Again, it's Levis looking to throw it. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Levis looking to throw.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Now Levis.
And that will be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit Lions getting set for another series here.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery.
And he is going to have the Lions first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
At the 38-yard line.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Hooker.
And he fires one, but incomplete.
Up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And brought in downfield by Burks. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. He'll look to throw.
That's complete. It's Josh Wiley.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Levis from the gun. Out route, and this is Henry with a catch.
2 yards on the pickup there. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2. Here's Levis. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Titans first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
That's good for the Titans. First down.
And Levis going back to the air.
Completes it to Aguilar. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
2nd down. Here's Levis. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Derek Barnes
Coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and they will remain well behind.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
This is 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Montgomery on the counter. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
A 2nd down throw from Levis.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Going up the gut, Montgomery. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Lions, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.